Hi, first I want to say thank you for serving in our Vacation Bible School. You're getting this video because you have signed up to help as a leader in Vacation Bible School. I wanted to give out some key information, and I thought a video might be an easy way for you to get that information. First of all, if you could arrive by 9 o'clock, we can pray, give any quick announcements, and you'll be ready to greet the kids as they come. I'd like to go through kind of what the day will look like. We'll start with opening every day. There'll be singing, and Victoria Denowden will be doing some Australian trivia facts. Your job during this time is really just to participate and have fun with the kids and crowd control if needed. You also need to use the time to take attendance because the registration desk will want that attendance as you leave. So just hand it to one of the ladies at the registration desk. There will be 3 different sections. There'll be lesson, crafts, and games. And so let's first of all talk about lesson. During lesson, your job is just to learn and enjoy the lesson. If needed, you can make sure your kids are listening. But by listening and learning, you will actually be able to have conversation with your kids throughout the day. On Monday, we have Pastor Townsend. He will be teaching on creation and how man was fearfully and wonderfully made. On Tuesday, Maureen Springer, she's going to jump from that fearfully and wonderfully made and go to how man is made in God's image and how man is different than every other part of creation. And because of this, we value life. And then on Wednesday, Pastor Tim will be talking about how not only did God create life, but he gives eternal life through Jesus Christ. Game time will also include snacks. Dana Katowski is planning those snacks, and Carly McCafferty will be playing games. Just have fun with the kids. If you participate with them, you're just building relationships with them. This is a great time to use the bathroom during game time. And I just want to remind you with our policy at church that we need 2 eyes. One of those eyes, well, 4 eyes, I guess. We need 2 people always watching. One needs to be over 21 or above, and then another set of eyes, just to make sure that our kids are safe, and it also protects our testimony. Crafts is going to be a little different this year. We're going to split it. You're going to first go to crafts, and the crafts are designed to be shorter this year. They'll be between 10 to 15 minutes. As soon as and during crafts, we will be decorating a pot and planting a succulent that they will take home on Wednesday. During crafts, as soon as your group finishes what they need to get done, you will take your kids to the Awana hallway and have a small group time. And there's really a couple things we want during that time. First of all, if they have a memory verse to say, you can use that. We also want it as a time to review the lesson. And I have attached a file that gives you an idea of kind of some questions to ask. There's also a hands-on experiment that kind of relates to the lesson. So on Monday, you'll be giving them pipe cleaners, and they're going to make things that God made, and you get to try to guess what they are. And then you will also be looking at how God made man fearfully, how man is fearfully and wonderfully made. And so we're going to do different activities with senses. So you'll have little containers that you'll open, and the kids will try to smell and figure out what it is. They'll be doing they'll be tasting Australian licorice. On day 2, we're talking about how man is made in God's image. And in it, we're kind of jumping on the fearfully and wonderfully made. So we're talking different things about man's body that is different. There's some facts about bone. There's going to be some soft tofu, which is what neurologists say the brain feels like, that the kids will get to touch. And there'll be marshmallows and toothpicks for you to do a little science experiment where you will put it on their wrist and they'll see if it goes up and down so that they can see their heartbeat. You might have to have them run in place so the heart gets going a little harder. On day 3, there's an activity with the hand where we will review the gospel, where first of all, you'll put a smiley face on their thumb with washable markers and talk about how God created man and God to get along well in the garden. They had a good relationship and everything was made good, but sin got in the way. And then not only did Adam sin, my sin gets in the way. We're going to talk about how everyone sins, and maybe even talk about sins that are specifically things that they might have done, like lying or complaining or disobeying mom and dad. And then L is where God sent his son Jesus Christ in love. He loved us so much that he sent Jesus Christ. And love is actually the basis of how God tries to draw us back into a relationship with him. And then E is for eternal life. If you are uncomfortable doing that, you can team up with another group. That would be fine. A couple of the groups, because we have so many leaders, we actually have 2 leaders in there, a younger and an older, and that way you can piggyback on each other. Rochelle White is preparing all the bags, so you'll have everything you need in there. It will also have a copy of the lesson. However, I've also attached it so that you can look at it ahead of time. The other couple things is I've attached a copy of the small group, but I've also included YouTube videos of the songs in case you want to listen to them ahead of time. And then as we go to closing, that can be a very chaotic time. So as much as possible, hold those kids until the parents arrive, especially your 2 youngest groups. So the kindergarten and first and the second and third. Make sure that you can physically see the parent. That way we can connect the parent with the child. The registration ladies will be manning the door so that we don't have kids just running into the parking lot. But as much as possible, make sure you connect the child with the parent. And then this is a obvious announcement, but I just want to remind you, we can't post pictures that aren't our children. We can do it on our church website, FBCR Family, but even some of the children, the parents have marked that they don't want their kids even posted there. So just as a general rule for safety, don't post pictures of children that are not yours. I want to say again, thank you so much for your involvement. I'm looking forward to a great week. If you have any questions, you can email me back with this email or talk to Shelly Winters. She's got a lot of information, or one of the ministry heads. And again, thank you. You have a great day.